Okay, so for installation of Java and Eclipse, you can just go through these two documents. So that will give you an idea of Java, and then Eclipse download and then installation here. Okay, everything is with screenshots only, so you don't need to worry of anything. You will clearly understand each and every steps are there with proper guidance here. Okay, so let me jump on directly with data types and then variables, guys. So first, we'll go with data types. So what is data types here, Miss? Okay, so we all know some data types that are available. Okay, so what are the data types we have here? So we have byte, short, integer, long. Okay, then we also have double, float, then we have boolean, character, string. Okay, string alone is not a data type. Okay, it is a class in Java but also acts as a data type here. Okay, so that's the difference between here. Okay, string alone is a class, acts as a data type here. Clearly. Okay, so what is that? Why we need these many data types? First we'll see. So why we need these many data types here? That's what first we have to do. So first we have byte, short, integer, long. So all these three things will help us to store numbers. Double and float will help us to store decimals. Sorry guys. Then boolean will help us to store true or false. Character will help us to store a single value A or X. Sorry, my board disturbing me. 1. Okay, like that. It will help us to store any one value alone. Then string, any information that comes in double quotes. Any information that comes in double quotes. It might be a single character or a number or even a word. Okay, any information that comes in double quotes will be treated as a string here. Okay, so what's the usage of these data types? I told you byte, short, integer, long will help us to store numbers. Double float will help us to store decimal. Then, why we need these many data types to store numbers or decimals here? Okay, so data types are what means is a kind of a container. Data types are a kind of a container which helps the variable to say what type of variables to be stored in their memory location. Okay, that's what it will do. So a container which helps the variable to say the type of values to be stored in their memory location. That's what it will do. This is what it's going to help for. So how this going to do? So for example, I'm going to give some numbers. It's not correct numbers, some random numbers to make you to understand this concept. So for example, byte can store values from minus 128 to 127. Okay. Then we have short, helps us to store values from minus 200 to 300. Integer helps us to store values from minus 500 to 500. Long helps us to store values from minus 1000 to 1000. Double helps us to store values from minus 2000.00 to 2500.99. Float helps us to store values from minus 5000.00 to 5000.99. Okay, this is what their range. Oh, you're getting this one. Just seconds. So, yeah, I'm just running. Just I'll let them out. Just 2 minutes. Give me. Just give me. Hope so. Now it's clear. Okay, so now I want to store a number that is 400. So, which are the data types will support for me? That's what we are going to see. So, if you see 400, so 400, it comes in which are the ranges? Minus 128 to 127. Will that come? No. So, it cannot be stored here. Minus 200 to 300, in that also range, it does not come. Integer, if you see, minus 500 to 500, in this range, 400 comes. So, it can be stored in integer. Then minus 1000 to 1000, in this range also 400 will come, so it can be stored in long also. Clear? Same thing. If my number is 150, okay, so now I want someone to help me. Hey, hi Lata. Hello. Hey, hi Lata. Hey, hi Reena. Can you tell me what are the data types will support for this 150?
For 150, it would be short, int, and long.
Super, correct. So byte, why it's not supported?
Because it is from minus 128 to 127. So 150 is more than 127.
Correct. So it is not in this range. So that's why short, integer, and then for me, long also will be supported. Okay, super. Then my value is 4000.00. Now can you tell me which other data types will be supported for me?
Float.
Only float. That's it. This is about data types. Clear for everyone? Hey, thanks, Rina. Anyone has any questions, guys, on understanding data types? Anyone has any questions? Please ping me in the chat windows, yes, if you have understood it, so that I'll jump on to variables now. Has everyone understood this concept? Cool. I want response from everyone so that it'll be easy for me to make sure. Okay, cool. So now we'll go to variables. So variables. So what is variables here? So how it works? That's what we are going to see here. Okay. So now for me, variable is just a memory location which helps to store values in it. Okay, that's what its variables is about. So in variables, there are two steps that are involved. One is declaration, another one is initialization. These are the two steps that are involved. So declaration means what? Means it's creating the variable. Declaration means creating the variable with help of a data type, because data types are the one which will support information to this variable. What say? Data types are the one which will help the variable to say what type of values can be stored in it. That's the thing. Okay. So then next, initialization. So what is the initialization here means? Okay. So initialization, okay, helps to store values in the variable. That's what it's going to help us. Next. Okay. So how declaration will be done, how initialization will be done means declaration. So integer I. Okay, when I give, what will happen? It helps me to create a memory location called I, and then okay, so it creates a memory location, and then integer that will act as a reference for me. Say to the memory location that store only integer values alone. That's what it's going to do. Okay, so it will help me to create a memory location. Okay, then the memory location name will be I. Then this integer will act as a reference, tell to the memory location store integer values alone. That's what it's going to do. Clear? Then next one is initialization. Okay, what is this initialization will do means? Okay, so it's, I can just say I is equal to 10. When I give I is equal to 10, what will happen? It will search for the memory location I. So where it is, yes, it is here. Then it will store 10 into it. But before storing the value 10, okay, the variable will just check whether this 10 is there in the range of integer. So it checks whether it is there in the range of minus 500 to 500. Yes, it is there in that range only. So now what will happen? It will store 10 into it. That's one. Then we also have reinitialization. What this reinitialization will do means, when I give again I is equal to 20, okay, what's going to do? It is reinitialization. It finds a memory location which matches with I. Yes, it matches with I. Then it will store 20 in it. That's one. Okay, it will replace the previous value to the new value. 20 will be stored in it. Okay, that's what it's going to do. So we have, what is declaration? Okay, we can also do two steps. One is declaration, and initialization can also be done in a single step. Declaration and initialization can also be done in a single step. So what it's going to do means, so how? So it will be done like this. Integer a is equal to 20, or I'll just give 30. What will happen now? It will help me to create a memory location. Then A will be the memory location name. Then the integer act as a reference. Tell to the memory location store only integer values alone. Then before storing 30, it checks whether it's there under the range of integer. Yes, then it will store the value 30 into the memory location. That is, okay. This is what declaration initialization will do. Okay, this is what a variable is going to do. It's to store a value into the memory location. That's what it's going to do. Clear for everyone? Next, we'll see how to write a class. So first, I'll open my Eclipse. So once I download the Eclipse, I'll be getting a zip file like this. When I right click and then extract here, okay, you will get a folder called Eclipse here. Double click on it. Then you can see this Eclipse icon. Just open. Okay, so we have this Eclipse here. Okay, so I can also browse and choose my own memory workspace here. Okay, so in Java, if you see in Eclipse, we have first workspace to be created. That is a place where my code will be saved. The next one is we have to create the project. Then next one is we have to create the package. Then next we have to create a Java file or the class files. Okay, this is how it works. So first we'll see about workspace. So I'm going to, once I open the workspace launcher, okay, I'm going to give here browse and then choose the place. So I'll go to the time Murli laptop. Here I'll create a new folder. My new Eclipse learning. I'll just give. Then I'll click on enter. Okay, so if I go to this original place, you can see my new Eclipse learning, that folder is created. It will be an empty folder now. Once I click on OK, and then when I click on OK, you can see some temporary files will be created for us. Okay, it will be creating Eclipse here. So I don't want this welcome screen. I'll close this. So this is the Eclipse window. So I have created the workspace. Next, I want to create my project. So first, to create the project, go to File, New, go to File, New, then select Project. Then you will have Java project here. Otherwise, under the Java folder, you will have Java project. Click on Next. So why we are selecting the Java project means, okay, so usually the Eclipse IDE which we downloaded, it is used for the advanced version of coding. Okay, but for Selenium, we need core Java. That is more than enough for us. So that's why we are changing the view of the, and then the specifications that are needed for the Java. Okay, right now it's there under the Java EE, that is J2EE. Okay, I'm trying to change it for support Java. So I'll give the project name. My first project I'll just give. That's my project. Then I'll select the environment. I'll give it as Java SE 1.7 or 1.8. Okay. Make sure you use 1.7 or 1.8 more than. Okay. So here, if you want to select 1.8, I also have here use default JRE. That is right now my system version of Java is 1.8. So if you see, I'll open the command prompt. When I give Java space hyphen version, the current version is 1.8. If you want, I can just click on this use default JRE. Okay, that will make it as 1.8 environment. But right now I'll just go with 1.7 itself. Then I'll click on finish. So it will give an information. I'm going to change the view. Are you okay with that? Yes. Once I click on OK, here the view will be changed. See, now a new section called Java will come, and then here the view will be changed. So I don't want these windows, unwanted windows. I'll close it now. Okay, so I closed it. Then if you see here, this is my project. So usually the project will have source folder and then a JRE system library in the Eclipse view. If you go to the original full section, you can see there will be some folders will be there. In that, the important folders are source and bin. Okay, so what this source folder will help us means, okay, source folder will help us to store Java file. Bin folder help us to store the class files. So source folder helps to store Java files. Bin folder helps me to store class files. Okay, that's what it's going to do. So then next. Okay, I'll go here. Then in the Eclipse view, we have extra JRE system library. What is the JRE system library means? So this is a place where we will have the classes here. So what these classes will help us to do means, will help us to execute the programs. Okay, so if I want to execute the Java, okay, in my Eclipse here, so these class files are needed for me. Then only it will execute the program. Okay, for my execution of my Java programs, I need this JRE system library, which where we will have the packages and then the class files. So source folder. Okay, now I have created the project. I'm going to create the package and then the class files now. So right click on the source folder, new, go to package. We have created the project. Next we are creating the package. I'll give first package. Okay, usually package name should be started with the small letter. Otherwise, it gives you an error. Okay, error means a warning. Sorry. Okay, it gives you a warning because it's not mandatory for me to create always with actually small letter. You can also give it in a capital letter also. But standard practice is to give always package name with a small letter. Okay, that's what. So I give the package name. Then next, I'm going to create the class files. So new, create a class. So here I'll just give learning Java. It's giving me an error. Why? There should not be any space in between. Then class name always should start with a capital letter. It's just a warning. Okay, but spaces if you give, it will not be allowed. See, that's a error. Okay, that's the thing. So always class name should start with capital letter. Then allow my selected default. Then I'll select this main function. Okay, what is this selection of default? All those things I'll tell you later. Make sure you select default and then you click on the public static void main checkbox. Okay, then click on finish. I'll increase the font size. Go to window, preferences, type font, colors and fonts, basic folder, text font, edit it. Then select here, size as 13, click on OK. So we have got it. Okay, so when I create the class file, it shows what is my package name. My package name is first package. Under that, we have a class called learning Java. Okay, so learning Java we have here. So what this is that is my class name given. Then I have checked on a checkbox there now. So that checkbox will give me this function public static void main. So what is this function means? It's an executable function. Okay, only if I have this function, then only for me it will be executed. The program will be executed. We have public static void main. So if I want to print something, I need to write it inside the function. So I'll type sysO control space. That will give me system.out.println. Then in double quotes, just give hello world. Okay, I'll save the program, right click, run as Java application. Okay, this is how we need to execute the program. Otherwise, we also have here another option, run, click on that, that will execute me the program, hello world. Clear? Anyone has any questions on this? Okay, if I have forgot to give, click on the checkbox, public static void main. So what is the shortcut to get means? Type MAIN, control space, enter button. That gives you the main function. The shortcut is main, press control plus space plus enter button. Okay, that gives you the information. Okay, so for system.out.println, just give sysO control plus space button. Okay, that gives you system.out.println. Then just give hello world. Okay, clear? That's it. Any questions for anyone, guys, on understanding this part? Clear now? So then next, I'll go right click, run as, sorry, right click, Java application, hello world. Okay, clear? Good. Good, guys. Guys, just give me a minute. I'll just forward a mail to everyone that today's regular session is not there. Just give me 2 minutes. Yeah. So we know how to write a program. Okay. So simple. It is. If you want to write a program, it is like this. Just type here class and then my class name. So for example, ABC. Then inside the class, we will have our main function, public static void main, string arguments. Then after that, in between, we will type whatever we need the information. Hello. That's it. So this is how a program will be written. Okay. Now we'll see how the variables can be declared and initialized. So I'll right click, new class. I'll just give learning variables. I'll select default. Then I'll click public static void main checkbox. In case if I forgot, I'll be getting this. Okay, then I want my main function. Type main, control space, enter. I got the main function. Okay, so integer I is equal to 10. Okay, now if I want to print the value of the variable, I just need to give the variable name here without double quotes. That's the important thing. That gets me 10. So if I want to reinitialize the variable, I is equal to 30. Then again, if I print it, the latest value will come for me as 30. Now I'll just give integer j is equal to I plus 10. Now, can anyone tell me what will be the value of this j if I try to print it? Okay, if I print j, what will be my value? Anyone, can you say? Superb, correct. That is 40 because I value is what? 30. 30 plus 10 is what? 40. So that 40 will be stored into the j variable. Clear? That's it. This is about variables. Clear? So next, we'll see types of variables now. Okay. So new class, types of variables. Okay. So in case instead of selecting default, we select public. What will happen also we will see now. I'll click on finish. Instead of class, starting with class, it will have an extra keyword called public. That's it. Okay. The only thing is public is what means this class can be used anywhere. Okay. It can be called from any of the packages if I'm going to create from another class, anywhere I can use it. That's the only thing. Class means on the same package, use it. Okay. So those things we will come again and then we will see in detailed manner, right? Okay. In case if you select public, you will get extra keyword as public. That's it. Yes, correct, Rina. It's a kind of global information. Okay, so that I'll just give you information about that in a later class. Okay, nothing. I just what does that means? If I make it this class or the variable as public. Okay, so for example, if I make integer I is equal to okay, I'll just tell you public. If I make it, what will happen means this class can be called from any of the class, or if I create another package from that package also I can call this class. But if I make it as default, this class can be used only in this package alone. If I create another package, second package, in this, if I have any classes, from that class I cannot call this class. Okay, that is what this public is about. Clear? So now we are going to see about types of variables. So what is this types of variable here? Okay, so variables is of two types. One is types of variable It is of two types. One is global, another one is local variable. Okay, one is of a global variable, another one is of a local variable. Global variable, again, it has been splitted into two. One is static, another one is non-static. Okay, so any variables that has been declared outside the function, it's called as a global variable. So for example, integer I is equal to 10, integer j equal to 20. Okay, any variables that has been declared outside the functions are called as global variables. Any variables that are declared inside the function, that is called as local variables. Integer a equal to 30. Okay, now how these variables can be accessed? So local variable, just now we saw, just directly if I call through the variable name, we can get the values inside the local variable. But the same thing for the global variable, how we can get that? That's what we are going to see. So if you see, for that, CISO, okay, if you want to, okay, global variables of two types. One is static, another one is non-static. So if I have a keyword called static before declaring the variable, that variables will be called as static variables. Okay, if we have this variable, okay, so here if we don't have a keyword called static, this is called as a non-static variable. That's it. This is called as a static variable, this is called as a non-static variable here. Okay, so then now, so if I want to use the static variable, I can refer with help of a class name. Okay, always static members are referred with help of class name. That's a standard practice. Types of variable, that's my class name, dot. When I give, now it will give you, see, I. It's giving me I, but not the J, because only static members can be referred with help of class name. Okay, then if it is a non-static variable, I need to create an object. So what that means? Okay, static variables referred by class name. Non-static variables referred by object. Okay, that's the difference here. Okay, how non-static variables can be referred is object. How to create the object? So simple. So this is my class name. So if I want to create an object for this class, I need to give new types of variable, the class name. This will help me to create the object. Now I want to give the object name. So object name, how I can give? obj1 equal to. So now I give it the object name. Along with that, I need to give the reference name also. So here, for variables, if you see, the reference is data types. For objects, if you see, the reference is class name. So I need to give types of variable. So when I give this class name, types of variable, what will happen means this class acts as a reference and tell to the memory location store only the global members of this types of variable class. What are the global members? The static int I, int j, then my main function. Okay, all these three things are actually what global members. So these three things will be loaded into the memory where in the object. That's what it will do. So for example, if I'm going to have a class XYZ, that's my class name. So that as main function, public static void main string arguments. So I'm going to declare two variables, integer I is equal to 10, integer j is equal to 20. In that, one alone is a static member. So I just give a static. Okay. If I want to, and then one non-static member, int a is equal to 30. So if I want to refer this static members, I will use sysO xyz dot I. I'll refer with the class name. The same thing. If I want to refer this non-static member, what I need to do, I need to create an object. So how to create the object? New xyz. This will help me to create the object. Okay, then the object name I'll just give obj1 equal to new xyz. Then I'll just give xyz space obj1 equal to new xyz. What will happen? This will help me to create the object. Then this xyz acts as a reference. Tell to the object load all the global members of the ABC class. Okay, that's what it will do. So that means what will happen means, so first for me, when I am going to create the object, it creates the memory location. Then obj1 will be the memory location name. Will be the memory location name. Then this xyz acts as a reference here. Tell to the memory location, it loads the members of the XYZ class. Okay, it loads the members of the all the global members of the XYZ. What are the global members here? If you see this static and the non-static, these two members, along with that public static void main. All these members will be loaded. Okay, this is how it will be done. Okay, then now if I want to refer this non-static member here, so how I can give, I can just give sysO obj1 is object name, obj1 dot j. J is my non-static variable. Non-static variable always should be referred with the help of the object name only. Okay, it will give me the value 20. The same thing, sysO obj1 dot I also I can give, because static member also loaded into the object. So that's why. So static members can be referred with the help of the object name also. Then next, static members can also be directly called with the help of the variable name also. Okay, these are the three different ways I can access the static members. Okay, static members alone can be accessed in three ways. One is with the help of a class name, one is with the help of an object name, another one directly the variable name. But standard practice always to use refer it with the help of the class name. Non-static variables can be called only with the help of the object name alone. Okay, local variables can be called directly by the variable name. There is no reference for it. Okay, with help of the variable name always it is called. That's it. Clear? Clear for everyone? Any questions for anyone on this? Okay, cool. So now we'll see the same information here. So static members we referred with the help of the class name. Non-static members we have created the object. So how to create the object? new types of variable. That's my class name. Then I'll give types of variable obj1 equal to new types of variable. So what will happen? That will help me to create the object here. Okay. Then I will refer here CISO object name is obj1 dot. When I give, you can see the non-static member J I can access. Then after that I, my static member, that also I can access. Again, if I come down, you can see main function, that is also actually I can access here because these three members are loaded. Then we are getting other members information which is coming from the object class. So you can see in a mild letter types of variable is coming. Can you see? That is, it's coming from this class, types of variable class. Also we have object here. So from the object class also we get some other informations here. That is the supermost class of all the classes in Java. We'll see those things later. Right now, through object, I can access non-static variable, static variable, and also by main function. These three we can access here. That's it. Clear for everyone? So obj1 dot j. Okay, I can access. Even static members can be accessed with the help of the object name obj1 dot I. Also, static members can be referred with the help of the variable name also. Then next, local members can be referred always with the help of the variable name alone. There is no reference for it. Clear? I'll just give here. This is static. This is non-static. This is static. This is static. This is local variable. Clear? Anyone has any questions on understanding these variables and then data types? Any questions for anyone, guys? I want information from everyone so that I'll be clear that everyone has understood this concept, so that we'll go and see how memory locations are working. Okay, everyone understood? Ijaz, Kishore, Lata. Okay, cool. Yes, Kishore, I'll repeat it one more time. So, any variable that are being declared outside the functions are called as global variables. Global variables is of two types. One is static, another one is non-static. Any variables that are declared inside the functions are called as local variables. That means declaring means what? Creating the variable. Okay. See, int a. That means it's creating the variable name called a. Okay. Any variable that are declared inside the functions are called as local variables. Okay. So local variables always we have to directly call with the help of the variable name. Static variables can be called in three ways. One is with the help of the class name, reference of a class name. See, that's my class name. With reference of a class name, then if I create an object with help of the object also I can access, also with help of the variable name also. Three ways I can access the static members alone. Non-static members always I need to refer with help of the object name alone. Okay, always with help of the object name only we need to refer it. Okay, see, we are giving obj1 dot j. That's it. Clear? obj1 dot j we have given. So right now, non-static member is the only way to access it, object name alone. So how to create the object means class name, then give your object name is equal to new the class name. So this new types of variable will help me to create the object. Okay, it will help me to create the object. obj1 will be the object name, then the types of variable will be my reference year. That is, the class name will be the reference year. Tell to mention that actually what we will have only, that is load only the members of the load only the global members of this types of variable class. Clear? You just actually how to create the object means this is the step. I'll right click, show lemon. The line number 11 is the place where we are creating the object. Okay, so types of variable is my class name. Okay, so I'm creating an object for that class. Clear? Any questions for anyone? Any questions for anyone, guys? Ijas, you understood? Cool, super. Okay, guys. No, you understood or you're not understood? Ijas, I'm not getting. Have you understood it? One more time you want to explain. Okay, cool. Okay. See, if I want to create an object, what I need to do, so for example, class def, this is my class name. So here I have my main function. Okay. Okay, I will have a non-static variable int I is equal to 10, then a static variable int, so I'll just give instead of that int n is equal to 20. Okay, so if I want to access the static variable, how I can utilize it directly? What is my class name? Def. So sysO def dot n. That's it. I can access the static member. But for the non-static member, it will not be loaded anywhere. Only when we create the object, that time only the non-static members will be loaded. So for that, I need to give def obj1 equal to new def. I need to give like this. Now what will happen? This step will help me to create the object. So how new def, this is the command will help me to create this memory location. Okay, then the obj1 will be the object name. Then this def, this class will act as a reference for me. Tell to the memory location, load all the global members of this def class. What are the global members we have? Int m, then int en, then after that my public static void main. All these three things are the global members. So all these three members will be loaded into the object. Then now I can refer with help of the object name obj1 dot m, the non-static member. Okay, this is how we can access it. Clear? That answers your question, Ijas? Cool. Okay. Cool, guys. So we'll have a 5 minutes break. Again, by 7:30 we will connect. Okay. Then we'll see how memory allocations are allocated. Okay. We'll see how memory allocations are allocated after 5 minutes. Okay. We'll have a 5 minutes break. Thank you. Hello. Hey guys. We'll start the session. We'll continue. So now we'll see. We have seen actually how the variables are being declared. Now we'll see how the memory location is created for us. So I'll take a big program. With that, we'll execute, and then we'll know how to utilize the memory. You have a doubt? Why should we choose both global and local? Better to choose local itself and declare. Okay, cool. Good question, Kishore. So why we need to use the global variables means, so for example, if we have another function, okay, so these things you will be learning when we come for the functions. Okay, if we have another function, okay, this local variable cannot be used outside apart from this function. Okay, if we have another function here, void method 1, here if you see CISO, okay, then if I want to use this a, you can see it throw me an error, that is create a local variable. That is not possible. But the same thing if I try to use I, say I can use it because it's a global member. Same thing if I want to use this j, I need to create an object again. I cannot use directly obj1 dot, because this object belongs to, okay, this object belongs to this function. Okay, so I need to create newly one more time this object here. Okay, then now if I refer obj1 dot, then I can access this. Clear? But I cannot access the local variable. That's why we need to make it as a global, means it can be accessed everywhere. That answers your question, Kishore? Good. So now next. So okay, we'll take this first and then we'll execute. Okay, so for example, first I'll take this class. With this, I will execute for you. So always when a class is going to execute, what will happen? This one belongs to this class. Now we are executing this class here. Okay, when we are going to execute a class, so what will happen? So now first it's going to create me one memory location. The memory location name will be my class name with some hexadecimal number. So I'll take right now the class name. Then the first memory which will be created into the memory location is the static pool. Static pool is the first memory location which will be created. This is what first it will be created. Okay, then it will load all the static members into the memory location. What are the static members we have in this class? Static int n equal to 20. Then we have this main function. These two things will be loaded here. Then next, first main is a executable function. So what will happen once we load this, the main memory start to execute. When the main memory start to execute, it's going to allocate a memory, that is the local memory for main. Local memory for main will be created. Okay, this is what is going to be done. Okay, so we have created the main memory. Then next, main memory start to execute. So def.n. So what is the def? Def is my class name. Whenever I'm going to refer with the help of a class name, the search directly goes to the static pool. There it checks whether do we have n variable. Yes, we have. And what is the value? That is 20. So that 20 will be taken and then it will be printed for me. Def obj1 equal to new def. Now what's going to happen? I'm trying to create the object. So it creates me an object here. So the object name is what? obj1. obj1 is the object name. So from where it has been created? It's created from the main function, because inside the main function only we created it. So this object belongs to the main function here. Then now what will happen? So here these all the global members of the def class will be loaded. What are the global members we have? Int m, static int n. So one is a non-static, another one is a static member. Then also my main function. So these three will be loaded here. Clear? Any questions for anyone? So these three members are loaded now for me. That's it. Okay. Then after that, if I give so obj1.em now goes to the object. Then what is my m value? 10. That will be printed for me here. Then after that, it comes out of the main function. When it comes out of the main function, it deletes the memory, main memory, then my object memory. Why the object also is created means inside the main memory only that object is created. Once we delete that main memory, the reference which came from that main, everything will be deleted. That object also deleted. Then comes out of the entire class static pool, and then my entire memory location will be deleted by the garbage collector. That's it. Clear for everyone? Anyone has any questions on this? Everyone understood this part? If you understood, then we will go to the main program so that you will be clear for it when I'm executing it. I just want a response from everyone. Cool. Shakil, you understood? Shiva, you understood? Everyone understood? Okay, so now I'll execute this program. So now we'll execute this program. So as usual, when we execute this program, what's going to happen? It's going to create me one memory location for me. The memory location name will be my class name with some hexadecimal number. So I'll take this. Then the first memory which will be allocated into the memory location is the static pool. Static pool will be loaded. So what are the static members we have in this class? One is static in k equal to 40. Then we have the main function, public static void main. So the main function. Then apart from that, do we have anything static members? No, that's it. Only these two members. So these two are loaded now. Then I told you main is an executable function. So the main function start to execute. So when we start to execute, a local memory for main will be created. Local memory for main will be created for us. That's what first it will do. Clear for everyone? Okay, then main starts to execute. So int I equal to 10, int j equal to 10. So when we get as integer I or integer j, that is like creating a variable. So where inside the main function, two local variables are created. These two variables are loaded into the main function. Then system.out.println local variable plus I plus j. So any information that has been added to a string will be treated as a string there. Okay, any information that has been added to a string, that will be concatenated and that also will be converted as string. So here what will happen? It's going to print local variable plus I am not giving it in double quotes. So that means what? It's referring to the variable. When I'm going to give only the variable name I, what will happen? It goes to the main memory. Okay. So then checks whether do we have I variable. Yes, we have. That value will be 10. Okay. So 10 will be loaded, will be given me as the output here. Okay, then plus space. Okay, sorry, I forgot. Sorry, guys. Local variable, a space, and then 10 will be given. Then again a space will come. Then after that J. So now again when I refer with actually what the variable name, search will go to the main function. Then 20 will be printed for me. Clear? Local variable 10, 20 will be printed for me here. Then next comes here. Global variable. Okay, it's in double quotes. So it comes here. Global variable. Then plus K. So what will happen right now? It's a concatenation over here. Plus K. So what will happen now? When I'm going to give only the variable name, the search will go to the main function. Do we have K variable here? No. Then after that, if it is not present, now it will go to the static pool. If I don't have the variable there, then it will only search will go to the static pool. So in the static pool, do we have K? Yes. The value of it is 40. Clear? That's it. Okay. Guys, anyone has any questions on understanding the concatenation? Why local variable 10 and 20 came? Why global variable 40 came? Anyone has any questions on this? If anyone is not able to understand, please let me know. Please ping me in the chat window if you're not able to understand. Everyone understood this concept concatenation? Why it printed local variable 10, 20? Yes, Rina. Search always first goes to the local memory, then only it will go to the static pool. If we are referring only the variable name alone. Okay, only if you have the variable name alone means search will go to the local memory, then it will go to the static pool. If we are referring with the help of a class name, then the search directly goes to the static pool. See here, system.println global variable dot k. So global underscore local variable, that's my class name. When I refer the variable with help of a class name, search directly goes to the static pool and checks what is the variable value k, that is 40. So 40 will be printed. 40 will be printed for me here. That's it. The P equal to, is just your question, P equal to 50, it's not a part of a global variable. Yeah, it's a part of a global variable, But what type of variable is P? Non-static variable. Non-static variable, will it be loaded into the static pool? No. Only when I create an object, that time only the non-static variable will be loaded into it. Okay. So that's why still now the non-static variable is not loaded into any place. Okay. Then now this step, global underscore local variable obj equal to new global local variable. So what happened? The new global local variable will help me to create the object memory. So creates me the object. Okay. So now what will happen for me? The obj is the object name. Obj is my object name. Then global underscore local variable will be my reference. Class name will be my reference. That means says load all the global members of the global underscore local variable class. So it loads these memory. So the static member alone, what will happen? It will always take the latest information. K equal to 40. So from the static pool, it takes there. From there it comes. Then in P equal to 50, that's my non-static member. So that also will get loaded into it. Then after that, my main function loads my main function also. Kishore, I will explain you this program. Then after that, you guys will understand. If I try to answer each and every question, so for sure you will not understand this program, and then the concept also you will not understand. Okay, I will execute this program. In this program, if you have any doubts, everyone can ask me. Okay, your assumptions, and then if you have any questions after this program execution, ask me, because if I go here and there and then explain, for sure the main intention of explaining this program you will not understand, guys. Okay, first I'll execute this program, then shoot out all your questions. I'm ready to answer. Okay, I don't want to jump here and there and then confuse you totally that you are not understand anything. Okay, let me execute this program. Finally you ask me all the questions so that I will answer. I don't want to make you confused in both the ways. Okay, first I'll explain this program. Any questions on this program, ask me, I will explain. Okay, so now I created the object. Now all the global members are loaded into it. Then after that, here system.println obj.p. Now what will happen? I'm referring with help of the object. Now goes to the object. What is my p value? That is 50. So 50 will be printed. Then next system.println obj.key. So goes to the object. What is my key value? That is 40. So this object is created from where? It's created from this main memory. Okay, where this main memory is created, it's created from the static pool. Okay, next obj dot p is equal to 60. So what will happen now? It goes to the object obj. Then what is the p value right now? That is 50. Now 50 will be changed to 60. That is, I'm doing reinitialization here. That's the thing. Okay, it changes the value to 60. 50 will be changed to 60. Then obj.k equal to 90. So now that k value will be changed to 90. But I already told you where this k came from. It came from the static pool. So whenever there is a change going to happen for the static member, that change will be applied all over. Everywhere that value will be changed. That's one. Clear for everyone? Okay, so whenever there is a change, okay, that change will be applied in the static. That is all. That is, static members always will have only one copy. Okay, one change will be reflected in all over the places. That's why when I change the value in for the static member in object, it changes in the static pool also. But non-static members, that change will be applied only for that object only. It will have multiple copies. We'll see what is that multiple copies. So now when I'm going to print it, obj.p, obj.p, what is the p value here? That is 60. 60 will be printed. Then 60. Then next obj.k. What is my k value here? Obj.k, that is 90. Then global local and global underscore local variable space. Then global underscore local variable dot k. When you refer with help of class name, always the search will go to the static pool. And what is the k value? That is 90. That's it. Clear? Then next, I'm creating another object, global underscore local variable, obj1 equal to new global local variable. So I'm going to create another object here. Another object. So what's the object name? That is obj1 is my object name. Obj1 is my object name. So now, what are the global members will be loaded? All the global members of this global underscore local variable class. So first, the static member k. So I told you static member alone, it will be taken from the static pool, the latest value. Static in k, the value of that is 90. Then next, integer p equal to 50. That also will be loaded. Then my main function. So all these three things are loaded now. Clear? Then next. So we have loaded these informations. Then system.println obj1.p. See, obj1.p. So in the obj1, what is the p value? That is 50. Okay, non-static members alone, it will take the value here. Static members alone, it will take the value, the latest value will be taken. That's the thing. Okay. Then obj1.k will be printed. obj1.k. Then in the obj1.k, what is my value of k? That is 90. Then next, global underscore local variable space, then global underscore local variable dot k. That means referring with the help of a class name, search will go to the static pool. What is my k value there? That is 90. 90 will be printed. Clear? Then next, global underscore local variable dot k equal to 20. So global underscore local variable dot k. So that means referring with help of the class name. That means goes to the static pool here, changes the value of the k to 20. The 90, that value now it will be changed to 20. Now, whenever we change the value of the static member, that change will be applied everywhere. Okay, in all the objects also, that change will be applied for me. Everywhere it changes to 20. Clear? Then next. So change to 20. Now obj1.k equal to 70. Now in the obj1 k value right now I'm changing it to 70. So whenever I change in the static member, that change will be applied everywhere. Here also the changes will apply 70. That's it. Clear? Then obj1.p equal to 25. So obj1.p equal to 25. So whenever I change the value of the non-static member, that change will be applied only to that object only, not to the other objects. Non-static members change will apply only for that object level only. Okay. Now I'm going to create another object, global underscore local variable, obj2 equal to new global underscore local variable. Now what it creates another object here, obj2. Now all the global members will be loaded. So static member alone, it will take from the static pool what's the latest information, that is 70. That 70 will be taken here. Then the non-static member, it takes from the place only in p equal to 50. Then after that, anything apart from that, my main function also will be loaded. That's it. Okay. Then next, system.out global underscore local variable dot k. So goes to the static pool. Why? When I refer with help of the class name, the search will go to the static pool. What is my k value here? That is 70. 70 will be printed for me here. Then next, obj2.p. So goes to the obj2. What is my p value here? That is 50. 50 will be printed. Okay. Then obj2.k. So in the object 2, what is my k value? That is 70. 70 will be printed. Then next, obj.p. So that means what? obj.p. So goes to the object. Here what is the p value? That is 60. 60 will be printed. Then next, obj1.p. That means goes to the object 1. What is my p value? That is 25. 25 will be printed for me. Clear? Everyone understood this? Anyone has any questions on this? Then finally what will happen? The entire main function has been executed. Once the main function is executed, the memory will be deleted by the garbage collector. So all these objects all are created from the main function. So once the main function is deleted, all the objects memories also gets deleted. Then finally your static pool, when we come out of the entire class. So when we come out of the main function, all these informations are deleted. When we come out from the entire class, so here that time for me the static pool and then the other memory locations are also deleted. By whom? By the garbage collector. Clear? Anyone has any questions on understanding this program, guys? How the memory locations are being done? Any questions for anyone? I want response from everyone. Ijas, Kishore, Lata, Naresh, Shiva, everyone. Are you clear? Lata, you're clear? Naresh, Cool. Ijas, are you clear? Cool. Good. Okay. So now I'll answer. Kishore, I'll answer the question now. For suppose if I give a local variable as guys, right now I executed the program. Now I'm answering Kishore question. He asked the question. For suppose if I give a local variable as integer k equal to 40 and static pool also k is 40. Okay, so that means a local variable, okay, that is having 40, and then also k equal to also search first. So that means your question is a local variable, I'm having it as integer z equal to 30. Static pool also I'm having static int z equal to 20, some value, okay, for example 100. So now how the search will go, how it works, correct? That's what your question, am I correct? If I have the same variable name in static pool and then in the main function, what will happen? Good. So what that's going to happen means, okay, so for that I'll execute this program. Okay, your question will be answered in this program now. So when I execute this program, how the execution is going to happen, we'll see. So as usual, when we execute the program, we'll have a memory location. Then the memory location name will be my class name. Then after that, so here we'll have the static pool. Always the first memory location which will be created as my static pool. Static pool. Then next, so here all the static members will be loaded. What are the static members we have? Static int is equal to 10. Then after that, my main function. Okay, then my program start to execute. Now when we start to execute the program, the main function start to execute. Now what will happen? A local memory for main will be created first. Local memory for main is created first. Okay, then next what will happen now for me? So here system.out.println I. So now first this is created from here. So here first system.println I. So it comes to the main function. Do we have I memory here? No. When I refer with help of the variable name alone, directly the search will come to the main function. Do we have I? No. Now what will be my output? Now it goes to the static pool. Okay, then only it gets me the value. When we refer with variable name, first the search will go to the main function, then only it will go to the static pool. Now it prints me the I value as 10. Now I is equal to 20. So now goes to the main function. Do we have I variable? No. Now the search will go to the static pool. What is my value of I is 10. That will be now replaced to 20. That will be replaced from 10 to 20. Okay. Then system.out.println I. So now what happened right now for me? Goes to the main function. Do I have I variable? No. Goes to the static pool. Then get me the value that is 20. We got it. Then integer I is equal to 50. Now it comes here. Integer I equal to 50 when I give, it creates me a new memory location, creates a new variable inside the main function. Then now when I give system.out.println I, now goes to the main function. Do we have I? Yes, value of it is 50. Then next, I is equal to I plus 20. So first what? I plus 20. So what is my I value right now? That is 50. So 50 plus 20 is 70. That will be again stored there in the I variable itself. That means I will be now replaced with 70. Will be replaced to 70. Then system.out.println I. So now if I come to the main function, what is my I value? That is 70. That 70 will be now replaced. 70. Clear? Now I is equal to global underscore local underscore 2 dot I plus 20. So global underscore local underscore 2 is what? That's my class name. Okay, when I refer a variable with a class name, the search directly goes to the static pool. What is my value right now? That is 20. 20 plus 20 is equal to 40. Okay, that 40 now I'm storing where? In the I variable. That is when you refer only with variable name, search will go to the main function. Then that 70 now it will be replaced to 40. That's it. Clear? Everyone understood this concept? Then next, so we got 40 here. Then next, system.println I. When I refer only with variable name, go to main function. What is my value? That is 40. 40 will be printed. Then next comes here, system.out.println global underscore local underscore 2.I. That means what? Goes to the static pool. What is my I value right now? That is 20. When I refer with class name, search directly goes to the static pool and then prints me the I value. Now again, global underscore local underscore 2.I is equal to global underscore local underscore 2.I plus 25. So global underscore local underscore 2.I is what? 20. 20 plus 25 is what? 45. That 45 I'm storing it again to the static pool I variable. So 45 will be given. That's it. Okay, we got it. Then next, I is equal to global underscore local underscore 2.I. So what will happen now? So now global underscore local underscore 2.I is what? Goes to the static pool. What is the value? 45. 45 plus 25 is 70. That 70 is stored under I. So I means what? Search goes to the main function. The value will be replaced to 70. Then next I'm printing the I value. So goes to the main function. What is my I value? That is 70. 70 will be printed. Okay, so I'll just drag and drop. So 70 taken from the main function. Then next system.println global underscore local underscore 2.I. So that means what? Goes to the global underscore local underscore 2.I. So that means it goes to static pool. The value of I is what? 45. 45 will be printed for me. Clear? Any questions for anyone on this? Clear for everyone? Then comes out of the main function. Now for me, the main function is deleted for me. Okay, when we come out of the main function, main memory is deleted. When we come out of the entire class, static pool and entire memory will be deleted by the garbage collector. Any questions for anyone, guys? Anyone has any questions? Okay, good. So with this, I'll stop for today. Okay, tomorrow again we'll have another backup class. So we will see about functions, guys. Okay, we will see about the functions for tomorrow. Anyone has any questions, you can let me know. Okay, most probably tomorrow or Sunday, I'll just confirm you about that by today evening of my Indian time. I'll just confirm. So just check your mails alone once. Okay, if you have the class, I'll be sending the mail to you. Okay, thank you. Thanks, guys. So again, we'll meet. Thank you. Bye bye.